of my favorite games to play. So thank you all for sharing your favorite games. So let's get in to what we're going to talk about, which is making games. And this is for our Girl Scout Brownie level. So our badge requirements, there are 5 steps, but today we're only going to work on 2. So our first step is try a scavenger hunt. And then step 2 is make up a mystery game. Step 3 is create a party game. Step 4 is change the rules. And then step 5 is invent a whole new sport. So again, steps 1 and 2, we'll complete those today, but then steps 3, 4, and 5, you'll get to do those on your own at home, okay? All right. So next we are going to do our Girl Scout promise and our Girl Scout law. All right, and I'm going to unmute Renee as well. We can say this together. And Renee, you may have to unmute yourself. There we go. All right, our Girl Scout promise. On my honor,
I will try
to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. All right, our Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Awesome, ladies. Y'all did a great job. Awesome. Okay, so the purpose of our badge is to know how to create new games and share them with others. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So first step is try a scavenger hunt. So can either one of you tell me what a scavenger hunt is, Addison or Renee? All right, yes ma'am, Addison, I'm going to unmute you.
Sort of like where there are clues and you have to find things that lead to something else that lead to another clue, and clues lead to clues that lead to something else.
Clues, exactly. That's great. That's great. So going on a scavenger hunt, maybe you have to find items, but in order to do that, we have to give you some clues on what to find. So scavenger hunts are a great way to have fun with your family and your friends. And just to get to know new people. And a lot of times scavenger hunts are great icebreakers to use before you're going to start a lesson, or maybe before your parents might have a meeting. That's a really great icebreaker to use. So today we're going to try our own, okay? So here is how to make a scavenger hunt. Let's just go through some quick tips on how to make a scavenger hunt first. So first you have to pick a place to search and tell players where it's okay to go. So that's the number 1 rule, okay? You also want to make a list of the items you might find there. Sometimes the items can be easy ones, they can be hard, they can be different sizes, they may be items that are hard to find as well in a scavenger hunt. That makes it more interesting and challenging. Also, you want to decide on a time limit and a signal for players to come back, like a bell or a horn, okay? Now, if you are playing scavenger hunt with a large group, you can decide to split the group up into teams, and each team can go out and find the items that they have to look for within a certain time frame. So those are just some quick little tips on creating a scavenger hunt. Another great thing that you can add at the end is maybe you want to have a winner at the end of the scavenger hunt for the person or the team that found the most interesting item or found the most items on the list. So those are just some quick tips of creating your own scavenger hunt. So I have created a quick one for us to play today. And I know we only have 2 girls, but we're going to make this fun and exciting, okay? So I'm going to give you your rules and then your time limit. I have a question from Miss Kathleen.
Do I get to play?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Miss Kathleen, I do want you to play as well. So we're going to find 10 items in our home that are the color green, okay? So 10 items that are the color green. I will give you 1 minute. This is gonna be quick. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. No, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll give you 2 minutes to find 10 items that are green, okay? When you hear me say stop, just come back to our camera so we can go through the items that you found. If you're able to bring those items back to your table, you can, but you don't have to, okay? All right, go. All right, about another minute.
I found an egg timer online so that at tonight's thing I'll be able to share my screen and show it to you.
Awesome, that'll be good. All right, ladies, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, they might be done. I see them coming back to the screen. All right, so stop. I think everyone's back at the screen. Oh, can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, all right. So it looks like everybody's back. Awesome job for doing that quickly. Let's start. I think Renee came back first. So let's start with Renee. What items did you find that were green?
Well, I found this dog bowl that we just got.
Okay.
Oh.
The dog thing, the wipe their feet off. I don't know what it is. I found a green lid. 2 green things, a yellow, actually green.
Okay.
I got this liquid hand sanitizer because it's green on the outside. Got another Lego.
Okay.
I got crayon and a marker.
Nice.
Awesome. That was great, especially with only 2 minutes to find it. So that is great. Awesome. Good job, Renee. So Miss Addison, what did you find?
I found our dishwasher soap.
Mm-hmm.
A green bead.
Okay.
The straw for my mom's cup. Crayon holder.
Ah.
Nice.
Sticky note.
Mm-hmm.
Tree.
Okay.
A magnet.
Okay.
A pole.
Okay. Green pole.
Oh.
This washcloth that I randomly found. This
Awesome.
bamboo plant. And this tunnel.
Wow.
Wow, Addison, you found a lot of green items. That's great. Who knew that our homes had all these items that were green? All right, Miss Cat. That's a lot. Miss Kathleen, do you want to share what you found?
Sure. I found a CD that they sent to me in the mail, and I had Post-it notes too, just like Addison. some artwork that my grandson made me. Oh, I think you can't quite see it, but it has green in it. And green cloth, making a face mask, and a notepad, and a rubber band.
Cool.
A rubber band ball.
Awesome. Y'all found some good items. I'll share some of mine. I did not find all 10. I was running around. I found a green coffee mug.
Ooh.
I have some olive oil spray that is in a green bottle.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have a little bit of Sprite left. That's in a green bottle. And then this has some green on it. We use this to wash our dishes. So I have a green sponge, and that's what I found. So awesome. Also, ladies, thank you for working on that scavenger hunt. And this was a couple of pictures. Of course, I could have pulled out the grapes that we have in there too, but didn't think about that. Awesome. So thank you for doing that quick scavenger hunt with us. You all did a great job. So that was step 1. Let's go on to step 2. So step 2 is make up a mystery game. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. So mysteries turn simple games into adventures. So who has ever been to an escape room before?
I wish I could have. I've never been to one, but I wish I could have.
Never been to one?
We played an escape room game last night. If that counts.
Really?
We found this online escape room, but it you didn't move around. You just sat on the couch and answered questions.
Sure. That's awesome. There's a lot of virtual escape rooms going on. So whenever you have that opportunity to do those, definitely register for those. Those are so fun. It's a great mystery and an adventure game that you can go on. So today, what we're going to do is sharpen up our detective skills in this step. Now, before we go into the mystery game, I want to share a couple of tips on how you can actually make a mystery game. So you want to decide what the actions and questions will be, how the game is supposed to start and end, what you're going to need, so all the materials and equipment that you might need, and then how everyone will have fun, whether they win or lose, okay? So those are just a couple of tips on creating your own game. Does everyone have a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen?
Not
yet?
Not with me, no.
Okay, not a problem. I'll give you a couple seconds to grab a paper and a pencil or a colored pencil.
Wait, I got it.
Got it?
And a crayon and a marker.
Got it.
Perfect. All right, so what we're going to create is our own mystery game. So what we do, I'm going to give you 2 examples. We're going to go through those so you'll know exactly what to do, okay? So what I'm going to give you is a clue, 1 clue, and then you have to figure out what item it is that's my mystery item, okay? So here's my clue. One of me a day keeps the doctor away.
An apple?
An Addison, what do you think?
I was going to say an apple.
An apple, that's exactly right. So an apple, one of me a day keeps the doctor away is an apple, okay? So that's my first example. So let's talk about a different example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 different clues. The first clue I give you will lead to the second clue. That second clue will lead to the answer, which is the mystery item, okay? All right, so my first clue is help, I'm freezing. Where might this, so what's also a part of your refrigerator?
The freezer?
The freezer, okay. So now we have our freezer, that's a clue. So my second clue is I can be added to your drinks and make them cold. What am I?
Ice.
Ice, exactly. So y'all kind of see the difference there. I gave you 2 different clues. The first one led to the second. The second led to my answer. And the first one, I just gave you one clue and you automatically knew what the item was, okay? So, yes, ma'am, Addison, you have a question.
One time I did a scavenger hunt that went all around our house. It even went outside, and you had to go outside, and then you went down. It was downstairs, and then you went upstairs, and there was, we had these gold eggs left over from Easter that were plastic, so I just put candy in them as the prize.
That is great, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because that's a neat way to make your own scavenger hunt, to make your own game. You put your own rules in there and different twists. That is perfect, especially with all of us working from home and learning from home. So that is great, Addison. Good. So now with your paper and your pencil, I want you to write down a mystery item. Now, don't tell us what it is. Just write down on your piece of paper what your mystery item is. I'll give you 30 seconds. And when you finish, just put your thumbs up for me, and now let me know that you're done. Okay?
I'm done.
You're done. Awesome. So next, I want you to take another 30 seconds and write down a clue for your mystery item. And this is a clue or clues that'll help us figure out what your item is. And just put your thumbs up when you're ready. If you need a little longer, not a problem.
This is gonna give it away.
It's gonna give it away. That's okay. Not a problem. If you want to make it more challenging, you can. Let's see, Miss Catherine's done, Renee's done, and Addison's still working, not a problem. Excuse me. Addison must be coming up with a really good one, a really challenging one.
I know.
Awesome. She's thinking.
Done.
Ready?
I'm done.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's start with Renee. Renee, share with us your clue, and teammates, we're going to be detectives and try to figure out what her mystery items are, or is, excuse me. So Renee, you can go ahead.
First thing, my name is not really Renee.
Oh, so sorry. What is your first name?
My first name's Ella. My mom's name is Renee.
Ella, did you say Ella?
Yes.
Ella, I do apologize. If you want, I can change your name on here, but if not, we'll remember that your name is Ella, okay?
Okay. So my clue, well, it's not exactly, but you can drink out of me. Well, it's a thing that you can drink out of.
Is it a water bottle?
Nope.
Ooh.
Is it a mug?
Yep.
Oh, this
is nice.
Awesome. I do like that. And I like, because even though you thought it could give it away, it wasn't a water bottle. There's different things that we can drink out of. So that's good.
I thought it was a water bottle.
I did until she said no. Awesome. That's good, Renee. Thank you for that. All right. Next is Addison. If you will give us your clue for your mystery item.
So I did 2 clues.
Okay.
I'm super cold. What is the thing I'm connected to or a part of?
A refrigerator?
So it's super cold, but what is the super cold thing connected to?
Oh.
So the thing that has a clue in it is the thing the super cold thing is connected to.
Do you have any ideas, Renee?
Nope. No clue.
Let's see.
Is it a refrigerator?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa!
The freezer was the really cold thing, and then the fridge is the not cold compared to it.
Got you. Okay, so it's the refrigerator.
And then in the refrigerator, there's another clue, which is you drink out of me.
Oh.
I thought, surprising, me and Ella had the same exact clue.
Yeah.
So yours is the water bottle.
Yeah. Mine
that is so funny that you both did something that you can drink out of. Oh, awesome. I love both of your clues. Very, very good job, ladies. So this is a great way to connect with your friends, especially if you get to go camping at all this summer and you might see some new faces maybe, or just be with your family. This is a great, great game to do while you're out there having fun, okay? Awesome. You ladies did a really good job. Thank you for that. All right, so we just completed steps 1 and 2. Those were easy, very, very easy to do. So
this one,
yes, ma'am.
is this one hard?
Is this one hard? No, it's not hard. Not at all, not at all. So I'm going to walk you through steps 3, 4, and 5. Even though we're not completing those today, I want to walk you through different ways that you can complete these at home, okay? So of course, step 3 is creating a party game. So at a party, you have cake and presents, but a lot of times you have a lot of different games that you can have at parties, birthday parties, all those fun gatherings that we have with family and friends. So in this step, your challenge is to create a new game for people to play at a party. And so it sounds like Ella and Addison have both created games. Is that why you had your hand up, Ella?
We could play Find the Cake. We could hide the cake.
You can hide the, that's a good game, hide the cake. I've never played that before, but that's a great way. Addison, any games that you have created for a party?
It popped into my mind.
Just popped into your mind. Write it down so you don't forget it.
Kind of weird though.
One time we did like just a mini party for my sister, and we did a bunch of party games. Like, for an example, we have these underwater weights that are supposed to sink in the pool, but they don't. So we don't really use them for anything else, and they come in little pieces that are curved. So I thought they look like snakes, and we have a big hallway leading to the bathroom. So I just put them, and you had to run as fast as you could and get to the other side of the hallway. And if you touched one, you had to do 5 jumping jacks.
Oh, so you added nice rules.
And I also did it with I also put a little keychain on a pole, one of those green poles except for longer and orange. So if you got tagged by that, you also had to do 5 jumping jacks. But you can also leave it clear and just swing like pool noodles around.
Yeah.
And if you don't buy it, you have to do that. But there are different ways.
That's awesome. Y'all are good at this. Y'all are very good at this in creating your own games. That is great. Wow. So you all will probably fly straight through step 3 with creating a party game. Another one of my favorite games is on the screen is Party Jeopardy. There's plenty of templates out there that you can use. You can create your own Jeopardy game. Has anyone ever seen Jeopardy? Let me ask that question. Okay.
Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, okay. So, okay. Awesome. So that's another great game to have at a party. Awesome, ladies. Y'all are doing great. Awesome. So step 4 is change the rules. And from talking to Ella and Addison, it sounds like you all have played games where you've had to change the rules before. So with that, you can take a game with rules you already know, and then add one new rule to make it feel like a whole new adventure. You can play tag, but you can change the rules of tag. So maybe players have to twirl 3 times and say a tongue twister when you're tagged. You can play duck, duck, goose, but instead of saying goose, maybe you want to say moose or change it to another word. You can also change the rules to playing hopscotch. Who's played hopscotch before? Yeah, awesome, awesome. So we see our Girl Scout in the photo, right now she's putting the numbers in the boxes, but what if she changed the numbers to animals? What if she drew an animal and we had to play hopscotch with animals versus numbers? Or what if she changed it to shapes? Maybe she, within those boxes, she put maybe a circle or a triangle. So she kind of changed the rules up a little bit, right? So you could do that with your games as well. One other great tip when you're changing the rules of our favorite games to play, you want to think about ways to change the rule to make a game for a group of friends who might use wheelchairs or walkers, but because we want to include everybody and make sure everyone can play the game with everybody, okay? All right, and I see we have a question from Addison.
I have a question. I just came up with a really easy way to change the rules.
Okay.
To play goose, but instead you can make the animal noises, and you had to know which one was the goose noise, or else you wouldn't know to get up and you'd just get tagged and you'd have to be the next one to do it.
Ooh.
So you'd have to memorize all the sounds and know, like, is that a geese or a goose, or you have to know which one it is.
I like that a lot. Make sure you write that down so you don't forget. That's a really great game. And I see Miss Kathleen had her hand raised as well.
Yeah, so Miss Lindsay, if I can't run that fast, but I like playing Duck Duck Goose. How can I? Because my knee's not that great, so I don't win very much. How can we make a new rule for that game, Addison? Yeah.
You could be in the objects that have wheels, like a wagon or something, and you use your feet to move yourself around. And you just don't object with wheels while they're doing it. And if you're the one doing it, you can also be in something. It just have to be taller so you're able to tap their head, or you could tap their shoulder.
Oh, good. That's good.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or you could just raise your hand and they like high five you if they couldn't bend down to get it.
I like it.
I like that too.
It's already broken.
That is great. Also, you all have really great ideas for games, so it sounds like y'all are going to have fun this summer. Awesome. So the last step that you'll get to do from home is invent a whole new sport. So you can make the rules, pick the number of players, and then select the kinds of balls or equipment that you may have to use for your new sport. You can even give it a new name. So have any of you ladies ever created a new sport at all?
Yes, I just had an idea.
You just had an idea? Okay, well, why don't you share your idea with us, Addison?
So I've heard of a game called Capture the Flag, where you try to get to the other team's flag and get it. It could also be like Care for the Flag. Like instead of a flag, it could be like a doll, and you had to take it, and you had to take care of it. Like you had to pretend like it was real. And if you didn't, or if the other team caught you doing something, like it's not if they catch you with it, you get it and you have to walk slow back or do whatever and pretend like it's real and care for it. And if the other team catches you not caring for it the right way and it's theirs, then you have to put it back and do it again.
Now that is a great sport. And I really encourage you girls to try that sport this summer. I really do. That is a great sport. And I love the fact that you said care for the flag, or even if it's not a flag, to care for the doll, or whatever name you want to give that. That is great, Addison. Awesome. And Renee, did you have a question?
No, sometimes I just talk to myself.
Oh, no, you are absolutely fine. You are absolutely fine. Well, you ladies have done a really great job today. I'm very impressed with your skills. I think you all will be very successful finishing your steps 3 through 5 this summer to earn your patch, or your badge, So before we finish, I want to give you 4 quick tips on teaching your game, because now you've created your own game. Now it's time for you to teach it, okay? So when you're teaching your game, you're going to get the players in position for the game, make sure they are ready. You're going to have to explain to them what you want them to do. So make sure all the players know exactly what they have to do. You're going to tell the players how the game starts, how it's going to end, and who's going to win. Make sure they have an understanding of who's going to win the trophy or the prize at the end of the game. And then last but not least, you want to have a clearly marked starting point and finishing point, okay? So make sure they know where to start and make sure they know where to finish, okay? So those are just some quick tips on teaching your game that you all have created, okay? So I challenge you all, if you were able to write down those great ideas that you had, try some of those games out with your family and your friends, and you can, of course, change the rules, add to it. Definitely change it around just to see how many games you can actually create just by changing 1 to 2 rules, okay? All right, ladies. Addison, Renee, do you all have any questions? No questions. You ladies did a really great job today. I want to thank you for joining us. Again, we did complete steps 1 and 2 today, and then you're going to get to complete steps 3 through 5 on your own. Just want to run through those steps again. Step 1 is try a scavenger hunt. Step 2 is make up a mystery game. Step 3 is create a party game. Step 4 is change the rules. And then step 5 is invent a whole new sport, okay? So again, I hope you all had fun creating and making games today. I hope you enjoyed the scavenger hunt. I want to remind you, ladies, that every Tuesday is Brownie Day. So you can join us next Tuesday, June 16th at 3 p.m. We're going to be going through a session of first aid. So another exciting session. Miss Kathleen is going to be leading that for us next week. Also, every Tuesday at 5 o'clock is our girls only lounge. So our first lounge is today at 5 o'clock. And the great thing about today is we are having game night. So if you enjoyed what we did today in our session, join us tonight at 5 o'clock for game night. Miss Kathleen is also leading us in some awesome games. We're going to have fun. But again, we enjoyed having you on for our session today. We hope that you registered for the next few weeks, and we look forward to seeing you next week. All right, ladies. Bye. You're welcome. See you later.
I knew you already did that. I didn't realize it was the same.